Good morning, Val. Good morning, Sharon. We've got fog, but it's burning off real quick now that the sun's up. I don't know, this trip down the river's a little bit relaxing. Might watch it for a couple more minutes. Oh,
We built a $49 garden hose nozzle that makes every pressure washer on the market completely unnecessary. Every pressure washer has the same fundamental.
I hate it when it do that. I really hate it when it does that. Give me just a second and I will get the backyard going. I don't know why they started playing commercials there, because that channel is not monetized. There we go. Thank you. That's floating down the Dan River on my nature channel, Jim's Camera at Dawn. And that channel's not monetized. I have no intentions of monetizing it, and I don't know why they chose to play commercials on that particular video. But anyway, life goes on. Yeah, Sharon, that's why I refuse to monetize the nature channel. The nature channel is for relaxation, and I started out, everybody who comes regular knows I started out just for friends and family. Figured there'd be a couple of people that might watch it that I knew and was family, and now it's approaching, I think, 1,750 people that comes to it all the time. And but I people I met on the trails, families, I promised them that it was going to be kept family friendly and no commercials. And Howard, there's a little bit of delay, but good morning. So, Khadija, good morning. I hope I got this right. I think I made one for you, Khadija. I hope so. If I didn't, I should have. Yep. Khadijah, how's that shoulder? Good. I'm glad to hear it's coming along. Uh, 7:12. About 30 minutes ago, you could barely see that tree for the fog. That's how quick it's leaving now that the sun's up. John P. Adventures will be here any second. Hey, John, how you doing? Good afternoon to you, sir. John P., I don't know what's going on over on the Nature Channel. I tried to type in somebody's name and it kept changing it to a month. I typed in Maris and it as soon as I hit send, it changed it to March. John P., I don't think so. If your email is listed on your channel, I'll send you an email. Mine is listed on both channels. However, YouTube does not want the link to work properly, so you have to copy and paste. I think it's a little easier to copy and paste here than over on the other channel. Roger Blair, good morning. Yeah, I made some changes to the music channel, and I think the email is a little easier to copy and paste. And I've already checked my emails this morning, but I'll check again after I finish the live today. Excuse me for stretching. Oh my goodness. Wow, that bird flew close to the camera. Well, I figured out what's going on at the Nature Channel. Somehow or other, I've got an automatic translator turned on. I don't know how I did that. There's a rooster or two near here, and sometimes they make a guest appearance and sometimes they don't. That's how everybody knows it's not planned. I think he's safe. The sun is bright. Oh my goodness, it's bright. I got the blinds closed and the curtains drawn, and it's still shining through. That's right, Roger. How much candy has he had? Let's see here. Sorry for the typing noise. Roger, you can have some fun now. Do exclamation John. I think I was going to type this. Here you go, Roger. If either one takes, that's all that matters. Raymond, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, visiting both channels this morning. Do exclamation Raymond. Now this is going to only work here on the music channel, Raymond, because I've got the Nightbot command center open. So, but it's only open to the music channel. It won't let me open for both. Well, thank you, sir. Well, let me make sure I spelled that correctly. Nope, I did not. Silly me. Typo. It should work now. Boy, I tell you, being 2 Saturday nights ago, maybe 3 Saturday nights ago, he taught me something about Nightbot. I did not realize it had random responses to certain words and everything. And it gave the funniest response to Ben. I mean, it was like something along the lines of, now, Ben, do you really want to talk like that? Saturday night. Oh, when's John P. going live? Yeah. John P. goes live every day. Raymond, good luck today. I hope everything turns out perfect. Forced holiday? Oh no, John. That's terrible. You have to take a vacation. Oh no. I'm not a fan of trolls. They just, I don't know. Trolls are the epitome of lazy because, it's so easy to tear down and hard to build up. That's so true, John P. Uh, John, I'm sorry you had to do that. I really am. But sometimes it just takes a while for people to show their true selves. Uh, oh, Raymond, you are exactly right. You are all too correct. I just, I don't know. Like I was saying before about the trolls, they are either lazy, not very creative, because creative people and hard workers, they're creating stuff. Uh, they're painting. They're uh, making videos. They're contributing. Uh, and sadly, they're willing to say anything at any time. And the only way you can figure it out is over time. And when you're consistent, Raymond probably knows this. When you're consistent, Raymond, uh, everybody knows what you're going to do, and that just makes it easier on the people who manipulate situations and whatnot. So, I'm pretty open about what I do on the channels and everything, but there's limits. Yeah, Raymond. The Now I am a huge fan of continuously improving. So if something's not right, I'll kind of point it out and try to make it better. But I try not to just complain. I try to look for solutions. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I really do. Yeah, they'll try. Really, I'm lucky. Most of the people that come to my channel are hardworking individuals. Uh, Sharon, uh, both Sharons for that matter, uh, John P., Raymond, all of you guys, you create stuff, you work, and there's many more. Khadijah, she's injured, and I guarantee you her kitchen is cleaner than any of the rest of ours. That woman is amazing at keeping stuff straight. She's on top of it. Um, oh, geez, John. Um, oh, what's her name? She's in the state of New Jersey, and she posts videos about cleaning and everything. Quicker ways to clean, easy ways to keep your home organized and clean. This really bugs me. I can't think of her name. It'll come to me though. But I mean, she's creating videos and doing all of that. I mean, and she's got a family. that takes up a lot of her time, and she's still creating stuff. Hopefully she'll pop in this morning. But I mean, if there's a couple of people I met along the way, getting to here, so to speak, and if they had been the people they make out to be, we could have been a really big team and accomplished a lot. But they turned out not to be what they pretend to be. And it's like the Nature Channel. Since I started doing this dual setup, where the Nature Channel is only, the birds singing and everything, and I'm not talking over there, that channel's doing a whole lot better. And now that I'm doing this, hey, Teacher Crizzy, now that I'm doing this here, and I feel a little more comfortable talking, this channel's doing better. So go figure. Raymond, been upset with reaction to trolls because try to be positive, but they know what buttons to press. Then you have the opposite side where they'll take and give nothing back. That's right, Raymond. I mean, like I said earlier, when you're consistent, it just makes it easier for the people who want to troll you because they know what you're going to do. I kind of try to be like a duck. You look at a duck floating on top of the water. If water gets splashed up on it, it just rolls off its back. No big deal. But at the same time, while it looks calm on top of the water, it can be paddling like crazy under the water to get from point to point, and you'll never see it. Well, I think everybody knows my position on smoking. Any inhalation of smoke is probably not good for your lungs. Of growing up in and around Winston-Salem. I mean, come on. And the nickname of Winston is the Camel City. Uh, uh, I mean, yeah. And you know, Raymond, I understand why you do, and I feel for you for that in that situation. But at the same time, yeah, I hope you're looking for another way that won't hurt your lungs. Oh, I think that would help. I don't think that's a total solution, but you know, and remember, people, this program is for entertainment purposes only. Your mileage may vary. And you know, there's other ways to consume. Uh, there's other ways to consume what you need from that particular activity. Because everyone that comes to my channel on a regular basis, especially, I appreciate them, and I want you guys to be around as long as possible. But I'm not going to preach at people. You know, I drink a lot of coffee to keep used to so I could keep from having to take meds for my asthma. But here in the last few months, it's stopped working. I've had to take something almost every day. I understand, Raymond. Trust me. I don't mind talking about it quite so much now as I used to, because people just walk on eggshells around me, and think that I was frail, fragile, and whatnot. But now, I got tons of videos out there that shows people that I'm in pretty good shape. I'm no super athlete or anything, but I'm in pretty good shape. And but from birth to age 5, according to my parents, I spent about 2.5 years in a hospital from the asthma and other stuff. And trust me, I understand when things are going wrong. And I don't wish stuff like that on anybody. Yeah, man, for a 69-year-old asthmatic, I do okay. I think so. I need to break out my trumpet. I need to practice. I really do. Uh, that's one of the reasons I started playing trumpet was the breath control. And anybody who's checked out my playlist, I've got some trumpet players in there. I was a huge fan of Doc Severinsen on the Tonight Show and Herb Alp, the guy who is half of A&M Records. And a lot of Herb's, a lot of his music was used in TV programs like The Dating Game and stuff like that. I think the name of his album is Whipped Cream and Other Delights. That entire album is amazing. But I got some of his music. He's a talented guy, to say the least. Yeah, I understand, Raymond. Well, the last 2 or 3 years of high school, I was healthy enough. I participated in sports, played a little basketball, was on the wrestling team, but I also wanted to make a little cash, so I did more work than sports. And when I got my bus license and was driving a school bus, that made it real hard to participate in sports. But I mean, I was in high school for the full day. I drove the school bus to and from school, and I worked at a restaurant. So once I got to where I was able to go, I was seriously going. Yeah, Norman does a good job, Raymond. Raymond, that's what I tell everybody. I tell them that the ideal situation is to be with the right person, whoever you're dating or married to. That's the best situation. The worst situation is to be in a relationship that's toxic. So the second best situation is just not to be in a relationship. Whoa. John, that is sad to know. Sharon's been lurking a bit, I believe. Like I said, people who come here of the morning, everybody's hard working. Well, that's normal for you, Sharon. You're always busy. That's the whole ideal, Raymond. There's enough crazy going on out in the world. You can go to the nature channel and just listen to the birds, or you can come here and listen to the birds and the little old mountain man, you know, ramble on. Yeah, I'm lucky, Raymond. Trust me, I feel very lucky. I understand, John P. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to deal with it, but why go looking for it? There was this lady over in Tennessee when I lived over there. She had a saying that I wasn't overly fond of, but it kind of makes sense at the same time. And her saying was, "Don't go borrowing trouble." Sorry, squirrel. But why would you want to seek out something that you know is going to be trouble? Life's like you say, Raymond. Life's too short. Sometimes you got to deal with it, but if you don't have to deal with it, if you don't have to get involved, don't. Oh, no problem, Raymond. Well, we support each other here. I've got a fairly big group that prays on Friday, and I don't support. I don't subject anybody's. That's not the word I'm looking for. I do not submit anybody's personal information, but like I might say something like, "My buddy Raymond's having some medical issues. Please pray for him." Something along those lines. Just enough information to get the prayer heading your way, and not so much information that anybody could say, "Oh, that's so and so at such and such city and state," and blah blah blah. My typing is so slow. I think Sharon comes here so that my birds will get her birds stirred up. It's a bird conspiracy, I tell you. Yeah, there's a lot going on about that, John P. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's like I tell everybody. It's not disclosure that people are looking for. They're just looking for acknowledgement. Uh, well, those have come out as much as the law enforcement branch will allow. You know, those files have been held back for many years now, and it's not just been one side or the other. One side totally held them back, and the other side is slowly letting stuff come out. Uh, Personally, in an ideal world, mark out the names of the victims and push it all out. That's my opinion on that. Don't dox the victims, and just throw all the just throw out the trash. There'll be plenty of people sifting through it. There'll be people who selectively post, that their bias will be very obvious. They'll post one side, say, doing this, what's convenient for them. And then there'll be other people posting the other side, which is convenient for them. Wow, the birds are flying pretty close and straight across the middle of the camera. The camera view, anyway. That is true, Raymond. Very true. Very, very well oiled. I mean, I think it was in the 1960s I first heard, if you don't read the paper, you're uninformed. If you read the paper, you're misinformed. And then it turned into, if you don't watch the news, you're uninformed. If you do watch the news, you're misinformed. I mean, even back then. Most of the time, that is true. The propaganda to keep the masses at each other's throats as a distraction so that they can rob us blind. I mean, look at the billions of dollars that has been stolen from the American people. And I saw Dr. Oz being interviewed yesterday or day before, and he said if they can get rid of the fraud uh, that's just in Medicare alone, that they would be able to double the life of Medicare if they could just get rid of the fraud. Very true, Sharon. And that reminds me of something I learned from another lady over in Tennessee, different than the one that said don't go borrowing trouble. She said, just because somebody tells you something doesn't mean you have to receive it. Just because somebody's yelling something at you doesn't mean you have to receive it. You know, there's several ways to look at that. That's it. And you know, that was another thing I learned. If the fraud was less than, I think they said $5 million, they didn't even go after it. It's like, you got to be kidding me. You get two people per state that's doing $5 million worth of damage in fraud, and that's over $1 billion, I think. It's a bunch of money. That's right, Sharon. Uh, we live in a fallen world, period. And it will remain fallen until the second coming. And they said that the second coming, no one knows the day nor the hour, but you will know the season. And the season will be as in the days of Noah. And what was going on during the days of Noah? Thanks to the Nephilim, the gene pool was corrupted. What did some of those jabs do to people? It changed their DNA, which is the gene pool. Gotta be careful what I say here, even though this is for entertainment purposes only. Some mileage just doesn't vary. And look at all the corruption going on. So, you know, there's a platform that I post on, and they have freedom of speech, but I think that channel has less than 20 people that come to it on a regular basis. People just not interested in the truth. People are interested in hearing what they want to hear. That's it. And you know, I always had wondered, Sharon, because it said that the word will be available around the world. And I kind of thought that meant when television, the internet, and everything was broadcasting the word all over the world. With all the books that were not put in the King James Version, and those books are now becoming well known, that might have something to do with it. And the thing that really got my attention was the Jordanian codices, or I probably got that name wrong, but you know, in a time when everything was pretty much written on scrolls, uh, it was said that there was 7 books with 7 seals, and those seals will be broken. So, like I said, it was written during a time that most everybody wrote on scrolls, and it was calling out for books. The Jordanian codices was 72 books, and they were books, not scrolls. And they are slowly opening them and analyzing. I haven't heard much of anything about it in a couple of years now. I need to check on that. But they back up most of what's written. There's some minor differences, but most of what's in the King James is backed up. Yes, I agree, Sharon. And I pay close attention to I'm trying to think of a good example of this so I don't have to point in any direction. Third Rock from the Sun. There was an episode where they went to a football game, and the team was praying for assistance and victory. And one of the guys, one of the supposedly aliens on that show, said, "But isn't the team over there doing the exact same thing?" And it kind of points out the fact that most people are praying, "Hey, God, come on over here, join us, help us out with this." And I kind of go along the lines of thinking that maybe the people should be praying that they are brought closer to God instead of the other way around. That's just my 2 cents. Yeah, Raymond, you're very true. Sharon, it is very difficult to find. Like, there's one guy who actually he was called out for this not too many, I think a year or so ago. He was the "Don't Worry, Be Happy" pastor. That's right, Raymond. can I ask a favor of you guys? If anybody comes in the chat in the next minute or two, I'm going to go rinse my coffee cup out and get a snack. I'm getting a little hungry. And I'll be right back. Just let them know I'm not ignoring them. I bet y'all didn't even know I was gone. Roger, if you're still here, it was like 36 or 37 degrees here this morning. For our friends overseas, that's about 2 degrees, maybe 3, 2.5, somewhere in there. Good morning, Mike. Hope you're having a great start to your day. Knowing you, your day started hours ago. My wake up time varies a little bit, Mike, but I don't have a hard set schedule. Whatever time I go to sleep, 4 hours later, I wake up. Last last night, I fell asleep just a few minutes past 12. This morning, I woke up at 4. Mike, your farm work is kind of like my exercise program of mowing the yard. You have to do it. You can't get around it. It has to be done. Did you get any rain yesterday, Mike? I saw where there was a front moving through, and I was just curious if it jumped over you or what the deal was, because you said it had been dry up there. I don't think you're going to do that, Mike. Mike's too smart. He takes good care of his employees. Let's see what Nightbot does with that. Cool. That's about right. Still haven't figured out how to get it into Fahrenheit. There went another bird flying by the middle of the screen. Mike, I'm on the Nightbot, and under the commands, it's got custom and it's got default. And there is no weather command under default. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm in Nightbot. The main dashboard, and it's got commands, giveaways, logs, regulars, etc. down the side. I go to commands, and it gives me two options: custom or default. And the custom is blank until you put something in, and the default has stuff that I just don't use. I mean, it's got stuff like commands, commercial, filters, game, marker, etc. Huh. Hmm. The birds got quiet for a split second there. Yeah, that one should give it to you, but it'll just be centigrade. Now, I tried some other commands, and it just really put a monkey wrench into the system. Yeah, like I said, I'm still tinkering with it. Um, Mike, you're not the only person that's told me that there's some default commands, and all you got to do is turn it on. But I haven't found it yet. Good morning, Kathy Bates. I hope you're having a great day. excuse me a minute. Thank you guys. Appreciate your patience. I could have sworn I had that ringer turned off. Well, Mike, I figured out how to make that one work at least. Nightbot can be finicky. Let's try this. Sometimes it's the least little nothing. And Nightbot ignores capitalization, totally ignores that. Oh, look at that. The only real difference, Mike, was I put a comma in there. like I said, Nightbot can be finicky. There's I know there's some way whenever people come into your chat and say hello, you can make it to where Nightbot will say hello back to them and stuff like that. But I haven't figured that one out yet. I'm in no big rush. But I am in a rush to say one thing, and that is, Mike, I appreciate all your help. You've been very helpful both in Restream and Nightbot, and it's greatly appreciated. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting because the way I read the details in Nightbot, you had to put the exclamation in front. But that's cool. I need to learn some of the language that Nightbot uses, like to return somebody in chat, return their name, channel info. I used to use a different language to query a database separate from the MS database. And I don't remember the name of that. That was 15 years ago. But I learned enough about it to where I could submit queries and render information. Okay. Mike, type WTF. Nothing else, just WTF. Oh, okay. Simple enough. So now if anybody typed WTF, it would return their name. Let's doctor that one up a little bit. Okay, try it again, Mike, or anybody in chat for that matter. Just WTF. Doesn't matter if it's capitalized or not. Nightbot doesn't care. Nightbot just goes by the letters. Boy, that bird was close to the camera. Mike, that is just cool. Thank you. Fun with Nightbot. Oh, yeah. Got it, Mike. You did a great job. I'm thinking of some other words I want some replies to. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble with this one, I think. Yeah, no problems, Mike. I got it. I appreciate it. Sometimes that's a good thing. Kathy, how you feeling today? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kathy. I hope you're having a good day too. So, Kathy, have you had your coffee yet? Excellent. Well, Mike, it didn't use the command that I just typed in, but we can change that. We'll just get rid of this one, and I'll do a whole nother one. Probably her butler had to get it for her. That's my guess. Well, I appreciate everybody coming in this morning. I'm going to start getting ready. I think it's dry enough that I can mow today, and I really need to get the mowing done, at least half the yard. So, everybody, I hope you have fun today, and only kind words come your way. Mike, I'll tell you that next time. I'll send you a text when I get it figured out. Y'all have a great day, and thank you.